Previously on Creased.
I wasn't going to do a video with this, but obviously the Kanye thing is going nuts, so we're back on Kanye for one last time, I guess.
Hey, what up and welcome to another episode of Creased. Now, before we get into the Philips sneaker cleaning apparatus, utensil, sneaker cleaner, whatever you want to call it, and we decide whether it is something that sneakerheads maybe put in their day to day, or is it just someone trying to cash in on the sneaker market. Before we get into all of that, let's go shopping. We're about to do some sneaker cleaning. I ain't done a video like this in a minute. Last time I was doing it, it was all about the DIY joints, right? KFC wipes, baby wipes. We're going a little fancy. When I went to the Kickstand sneaker, it's more than just sneaker event, I was given one of these, a cleaning kit from the Sneaker Laundry. Organic waterless cleaning kit, right? Sounds pretty good. They've got a big rep in that world. They've got physical stores and everything. Then another thing I heard about was the Philips sneaker cleaner. The shit $49. I've heard mixed reviews, but we're gonna give it a go. So I've got a bunch of things that are beat, like my Terrascape 90s. Almost feel like I should just buy a new pair at this stage with them. Nike by You 90s, the lime green. And if we're talking beaters, the stowed or stored, I've got to figure out what that is. 5740. They're all, you know, varying degrees of difficulty, different materials and everything. So the Philips sneaker cleaner has 3 different heads for 3 different types of materials, so we'll see how we go. You're gonna see some B-roll of what they look like right now, and then from there, give it a clean.
Not too bad, just a little, a little discolored. Maybe you can't really see that well on the phone. This one you should be able to. Some marks on it. This one, yeah. There's a lot going on there. We will do our best.
I have not even unopened this, so it is an unboxing as well. While I was there, I got this deep pillar thing that was right next to it too. Nothing new or crazy, but it did the trick. So that's what it looks like. Really cool packaging. The packaging is almost like a mobile phone type thing. They're going fancy with it. Alright, so there is meant to be 3 different types of heads. No batteries in it. I hope this isn't a charge thing. No, we got batteries. Right, I wonder if each brush tells you how do you get them off. Should probably look at the instructions instead of just trying to break this thing. Oh yeah, it just pulls off. That's cool. Alright. What do we got here? That's the bottom. 3 different brushes. Alright. So we got like a foam type brush. That type brush. And this one's very coarse. So that'll be suede. Maybe that's rubber. Who knows what that is. Mesh. One of the things I've been hearing is it's a cool idea, but there's probably not enough power. We're going to find that out. It requires think 2 batteries. Yeah, 2. So it comes with 4, that's cool. No, it requires 4. Alright. Hope I'm doing this shit correctly. We'll soon find out. That should be there, so that should be like that. So it should be relatively the same as what I came through. Where is it? Oh yeah. Just pretty going. Alright. Got that on. This is the foam. There we go. Didn't seem like it was locked in properly. Alright, let's make sure we know what we're doing. Read the instructions. So I don't want to ruin any of these shoes. They are some of my favourites. I don't know what that is. User manual. Alright. Sponge is for, or S-sponge. There we go, English. Sponge is for PVC, leather, suede, smooth rubber. Soft brush is for mesh, canvas. Hard brush is for textured rubber or rubber sole. Okay, so sponge is for leather, suede. So let's go sponge first. We got the batteries. Does it say always use the sneaker cleaner with your regular sneaker cleaning product? Alright, so not just water. Alright, well, sneaker cleaning product. Are we cheating if we use this fancy sneaker cleaning product instead of the brush? It is a very nice brush, embroidered and everything on there. But we'll go a few drops. Oh, it's a foam. Alright. And this is for leather and stuff and suede. So we're gonna go on here. Let's see. I honestly don't know if that did anything. Maybe I didn't put enough of the cleaner on it, which is here. It's funny, it's like a clear liquid, but it comes out as a foam. So let's put a bunch of this cleaner on and then try it that way. So this is waterless too. I did grab the bottle of water just in case, but we should not need that. Now obviously the sponge is going to be, it's going to be the least abrasive, so it's not going to do as much as the others, but for this type of material that's what they've told us to use, I would assume, so you don't wreck your shoes. So yeah, well, once I put a bit more cleaner product on there, I feel like it's doing something. Time will tell. Sometimes when it's wet, it doesn't look like it's clean, or it does look like it's clean, and then afterwards, not so much. No, I feel like it is. I feel like we've done something here. Not destroying the shoe, which is good. Well, that's mesh, and that's like a suede, so we don't want to touch that. Let's go with the soft brush, which is this one. Get sponge bob out the way. Alright, this is the harder one. So, well, it's the soft One will go on the mesh. That's what this shit is on the toe box. Let's try that. Tongue. Let's have a look at this sneaker cleaning box. What's it saying? How to use. Shake well before use. Pump foam directly on desired area. Using a bristle brush, work the foam in a circular motion. Well, this is doing circular motion. So, do we need to like leave it on there for a bit? Maybe we didn't shake well enough. I feel like that brush is doing something to the mesh. I feel like that's doing alright. Let's compare it to the other one. Oh, it's hard to tell because they're two different. I don't think the sponge did anything, but I don't think the brush did anything either, to be honest. I'm being really honest. What's the other one for? The hard one's for rubber, so we won't try that. Let's just try again. This is like stubborn dirt, so I don't know, maybe it's easier when it's fresh stuff, but just cover this shit. Might even rub it in a bit with my hands. Get it really in there, and then we'll try the brush, but I have not got much faith, I'll be honest. So, soft brush on the toe box, which is mesh. Alright, that might be the strategy. Either that or I've got like way too much on, because that seems like it did something. Let's go back to the foam on the outer bit. I really need an easier way to get these off. Just pulling it just doesn't, I don't know, doesn't seem like there's much longevity there. Alright. I'm putting a bit of pressure on when I'm doing this, but when you do that, it seems to slow it down. So again, one of the things I was hearing was it needs a bit more power for it to be beneficial. I maybe have to agree with that. But I would assume Philips doesn't want people saying, hey, you ruined my shoes, your product ruined my shoes. And if you go too hard, people fuck it up. I can see where and why this has happened. I feel like we're getting somewhere, I don't know. I feel like at this point I'm like more doing rubbing than the thing is actually spinning, I don't know. We're gonna have to like let that settle for a minute. I feel like it might be doing something. Let's try this on my 5740. They're not as crazy dirty. It's just like off color sort of thing. So we'll put the cleaner on, put a generous amount. Now I'll be honest, I never used this cleaner before. I generally will go with force field. So it's two unknowns here. There could be a technique for both of them. I'm just trying it out. I've followed their instructions, though limited as they are. This seems to be working a bit better on the 5740s, but they're also not as dirty. It seems to be brightening up the colours, which is what we want. But like when I do try and put a bit of force on, it just slows it down. Maybe it doesn't need to be so powerful, but maybe just a bit more torque. This is mainly suede. There's a little bit of mesh, but it seems to have done pretty well, I feel. Do be getting foam everywhere. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know if it's doing fuck all. It looked like it was at the time. Now I'm looking at it. Once it's dried up a bit, I don't know. Might have just been wet. If I'm being honest, I'm looking at this. Might have to show this in the B-roll, but I think it's actually damaging the suede. There's these weird white dots throughout, which is almost like rain. Like it's gone through the top layer of the suede. Let's just try it on this one to make sure, because this one doesn't have it. This one hasn't been cleaned. This one's got a gnarly stain on it. I don't want to make false claims. Let's do what I did before, rub that shit in. Tell you what, there's a pretty gnarly stain on there. It seems to have gotten it off, but like most of it anyway, not all of it. So anytime I put a bit of pressure on, it just stops. And I'm not putting that much pressure on. So far it seemed like a waste of $50, but let's go with this. This one, I've tried other things. It's a fairly stubborn stain, so I'm not liking my chances, but we will give it a go. This was me slipping over playing basketball with Rorks and his kids, and like it's like a mold stain or something. It's not good. Not good. See, with the mesh, it seems to be furring it up, which doesn't seem good. I don't know. Let's go back to the sponge. I'm bunch of you said that I should try this. A bunch of you said that it was no good. I am, and have been for the whole duration of my life, someone that prefers attempting something myself and making up my own decision. I think it's done alright on the suede on this one. On the mesh it's done little to nothing, but on the suede it seems to have done pretty well. So that's something.
7 hours later.
Purposely chosen 3 pairs of shoes that aren't too crazy expensive, crazy limited. You know, one's a Nike by you. I could literally make this again. The Terrascapes I could buy right now. a stored New Balance, I probably couldn't, but just in case I damage them or whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it does anything. What we're gonna do is pull out the brush and do a bit of hard work. I've probably just broken it, it's just fallen off, the batteries have come out, but maybe the last time I use it anyway. I feel like this brush is doing a lot more. Seem to have got, it seems like it's got all the stains out of that. Let's try this one because this had the worst one. So it's definitely not an issue with the sneaker laundry product, it's more the brush, right? Because this is just a normal sneaker type brush, bit of wood with some bristles. That stain there, I don't think I'm ever getting that out from the toe box. I should have dealt with it a lot sooner. In terms of the suede looks really good. Now it's dried up. Yeah, look. Suede, nice and clean, but the toe box still not the best. And foam is flying. I'll be honest, I feel like the elbow grease did a lot more than the brush. Is it perfect? Nah. I would say, especially with these ones being, you know, such a light colour, I will attempt to put them in the washing machine now. If that don't get it, they ain't ever going to be perfect. Let's wrap this up. So after the brush, after the sneaker cleaner, these are probably the best results. There was a stain on that one that was pretty bad. Outside that, they were pretty good, like they weren't that bad. They're still not perfect. None of them are. These were probably the worst in terms of a stain. On the suede I seemed to get them out. With the brush, couldn't do anything with the cleaner. But the stains on the mesh, I couldn't get. That one's pretty good, but I think that one there wasn't too much wrong with. These are always going to be the nightmare, being all white, or sail, whatever you want to call it. I feel like this one I managed to do not bad with the brush. But that one I couldn't really get to, so I'm gonna probably chuck these in the washing machine and see how we go. Alright, so these have just come out of the washing machine. I'd say it's a little bit better. Got a whole bunch of whitening stuff in there, some fabric softener, and this is probably the best it's gonna get. They are my beaters. For me, they're probably one of the best shoes to come out this year. But, you know, they're never going to be perfect again. Oh well. Let's wrap this up. Alright, let's check out some reviews before I give mine. Now, we've got 108. This is on Google reviews for the Philips sneaker cleaner. 4.2 is the average, right? We got 108 for 5 stars, 76 for 4 stars, 14 for 3 stars, 10 for 2, 13 for 1. some of these a year ago, so obviously it's been out for a year. I've only ever heard of it now. This is better than a wipe down. That's the top one. Okay, but could be a lot better is a 3-star review. I wish I was really impressed by this, but the truth is I'm just not. Opening the box was a pretty cool experience. I agree. The packaging and style of this cleaner is nice. It felt and looked really high-end. Love the fact that the batteries were included. I agree. Also that there are different heads to use. It's super quiet. It is super quiet. But I feel like that comes down to the power. Blah, 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 blah. To sum it up, as a trainer cleaner, it's pretty useless. As a shoe polisher, it's fantastic. Philips should just change the name or make it rechargeable. Man, all these reviews are so fucking long. I'm not reading all that, but it looks cool. It is very quiet. The 3 different brushes are cool. I didn't use the heavy duty one because that was only meant for like rubber and soles and everything. You know, the soles aren't too crazy on mine. It's more the upper. The foam felt like it did nothing. The lighter brush did a little bit more. But what I found was every time I put a little bit of pressure on it, it basically stopped. So it needs a bit more power or even just torque to be able to do anything close to what it is meant to be doing. In terms of the sneaker laundry sneaker cleaner, I feel like it's probably as good as any other one in the market, if I'm being honest. It worked a lot better when I got the brush out and, you know, put a bit of work into it. The cleaner just wasn't enough. But I wouldn't say it's any better or any worse than any other cleaner on the market, in my opinion. The only one that I would say goes above and beyond is the OG Foot Locker spray. Back in the day, that did magic. That did magic things. Do I feel like this could be better on less, you know, stubborn stains? Very possible. We'll just have to tell. I don't think it's a bad cleaner. I don't think it's overly fantastic cleaner. But it's decent. So I'll obviously try this out again. Let's have a look at some results again. Now this looks good within the lighting, right? But when you see the B-roll, you know, it isn't great. I also, after I did all the cleaning on this one, I threw it in the washing machine. These here, they weren't too dirty. It was just sort of light stuff. I felt like they did okay to get the majority of the stain out there, but couldn't get it all out. That was after the cleaner and the brush. The stain on the suede here, I got out with the sneaker laundry cleaner and brush. Couldn't do anything with the actual sneaker cleaner. But the stains on the mesh still remain, so look, take it with a grain of salt. Do what I did. I already had other people's opinions and everything like this on them. Try them out yourselves. $49 for the sneaker cleaner. I did have a look on eBay and there is like knockoff versions for $10. So if I'm being honest, the amount of power that was in that one, I feel like the knockoff one's going to be roughly about the same. So I'm just laying you out the information. It's obviously maintaining your shoes is a big part of being a sneakerhead. I think I'm going to stick to my home remedies if I'm being really honest. Nah, I can't really dog out the sneaker laundry cleaner. I feel like it's decent. I have run out of force field. That's what I generally use. And I don't feel like this was any better or worse. It worked, you know, pretty much the same as force field, and that's what I usually use. So, plus it was free, so I can't argue with the price. It is not free. If you would like it, you can go to the sneakerlaundry.com.au. They also have in-store laundries where, you know, they take a little bit more time and everything and get it to where it is, but it's going to be a little bit more expensive than just buying a kit, I think. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But what do you guys think? What remedies, what cleaners, what's the best cleaner you ever used? I always heard Jason Mark was the best one, but it's quite expensive, so I ain't been there yet. Maybe that's next. I mean, can't be any more expensive than buying a $40 cleaner that basically does nothing. This has been another episode of Creased. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and we'll be back twice a week. Peace. It's just, you can tell there's like little bits and pieces. God damn it. I just had a light globe blow. That's pretty crazy.